What's up, lore masters? Today we'll be discussing the unconditional surrender of the Minbari forces to the Earth Alliance. This video is towards the end of the Earth-Minbari War series, so to ensure you get the most out of this video, check in the top right hand corner and watch it from the beginning. You're doing yourself a favor. With that out of the way, let's just get into it. It constantly amazes me how rich and thought out the Babylon 5 lore is. It has layers upon layers. One of the things that I respect about this franchise over Star Trek is the way it looks at religion. It shows both the good and bad of the existence of belief. There's enough here to resonate with a person, no matter where they fall on the topic. Now, you can't deep dive into this battle without looking at the Minbari religion and its impact on both sides. By the time the Battle of the Line occurred, most all Minbari were tired of the fight, tired of death. From the warrior caste to the religious caste, no one believed that this was honorable, that this was the right thing to do. The humans were begging for their lives and the Minbari couldn't stop. Many wanted to, but they couldn't. They weren't allowed to.
We are almost within range of the homeworld of the humans. The Great Council should be assembled to see the end of our great campaign.
What glory is there in eliminating an entire race, Kaplan?
Not as much as in the beginning. It's been a long road, Delenn. But we are nearly at the end of our holy war.
But are we any longer holy?
And it's because of religion that they couldn't. This was a holy war. Even though I don't really get why. There's nothing holy about this. A person who wasn't ready for her position made an idiotic decision because she got upset because she saw the death of her mentor and caused people to get killed into the hundreds of thousands. But somehow, it's a holy war. For whatever reason, the religion required that they completely kill all humans, and kill all humans they were set out to do. As I've stated before, the prelude to the Battle of the Line is presented to us with humans begging for their lives, sending out an unconditional surrender. Their pleas would go unheard.
Are we on? This is the President. I've just been informed that our mid-range military bases at Beta Durrani and Proxima 3 have fallen to the Minbari advance. We've lost contact with Io and must conclude that they too have fallen to an advanced force. Our military intelligence believes that the Minbari intend to bypass Mars and hit Earth directly, and the attack may come at any time. We have continued to broadcast our surrender and a plea for mercy, and they have not responded. We therefore can only conclude that we stand at the twilight of the human race. In order to buy more time for our evacuation transports to leave Earth, we ask for the support of every ship capable of fighting to take part in a last defense of our home world. We will not lie to you. We do not believe that survival is a possibility. We believe that anyone who joins this battle will never come home. But for every 10 minutes, we can delay the military advance. Several hundred more civilians may have a chance to escape to neutral territory. Though Earth may fall, the human race must have a chance to continue elsewhere. No greater sacrifice has ever been asked of a people, but I ask you now to step forward one last time. One last battle to hold the line against the night. May God go with you all.
When the humans couldn't run, they crawled, and when they couldn't crawl, they found someone to carry them. Wait, what? The human race had fought valiantly, but ultimately they were fated to lose. They had no chance or hope of winning. The scene of the human forces is simply amazing to me. You not only see military ships, but civilians as well. These people were going to sacrifice themselves. And ironically, it wasn't the Minbari that was their enemy. Not really. It was time. They were fighting against time. For every 10 minutes they could keep the Minbari busy, hundreds more civilians would be saved. They weren't trying to win, they were trying to stall. It's really powerful in my opinion. As was stated in the video, the bases of Beta Durrani and Proxima 3 had been defeated, and most likely Io was destroyed as well. Mars was bypassed because that's what you do when you attack Earth in this series apparently. As the Earth Alliance forces waited for the incoming onslaught, Star Fury Alpha 7 picked up energy emissions right in front of him, but wasn't able to determine what they were. He was ordered to investigate while the other forces held their ground. Unfortunately, Alpha 7 discovered a Minbari scouting party and was almost instantly destroyed. The Minbari scouts engaged the Earth Alliance Star Furies and fleet. Alpha leader Sinclair ordered to hold the line, however at least one other Star Fury would break off to engage, not staying in formation. And then, the Minbari sprung their trap. Dozens to hundreds of Minbari ships coming out of hyperspace and laying into the Earth Alliance. They were being torn apart. The Earth Alliance forces fought bravely against the Minbari, facing them down instead of running.
I'm on him. Targeting fighter.
Go! Mitchell, stay in formation. It might be a... Oh my God.
They're everywhere. They came out of... They're locked up!
It's a trap! Mitchell!
I've got a clear shot. I can take him.
Mitchell! Break off! Break off!
Delenn spoke of the bravery of the humans for fighting when they know they can't do any damage. Which isn't technically true, Cupcake. And if you doubt that, let me know how your peeps on the Dark Star are doing. But you do get where she is coming from. They really aren't going to win this war. Another Minbari counters her, asking if they know they can't win, is it bravery or just desperation?
Fight bravely. They cannot harm our ships. They continue to try.
Whether they fight or not, they know they will die anyway. So really, is this bravery or simple desperation?
I hinted at it before, but this is definitively bravery. They weren't desperate. They never thought they could win. They simply wanted to stall. It's amazing to me that even at this critical juncture, the Minbari still didn't understand the human spirit. Guess it's not that easy to understand someone when you're just slaughtering them. Sinclair's vessel was hit by a Minbari weapon, most all of his systems knocked out. Knowing that he was about to be killed, he made a run for one of the cruisers, intending to slam into them. This would not be his fate though. Sinclair was then captured. An interesting point here. How long was Sinclair tortured and questioned? We really don't know, but we know that Earth Alliance was getting slaughtered quite quickly. It's really left unclear. But what is clear is that not long after his interrogation, the Minbari would stop firing and offer a full surrender.
The Triluminary confirms it. The human has a Minbari soul. And not just a Minbari soul. The soul of Valen.
I still can't believe it. But the Triluminary is our most holy relic. Cannot be questioned.
Minbari. Do not kill Minbari. It is our greatest law. Valen must have been reborn into this form to tell us that the humans are important. Important to the next phase. The coming Shadow War. We cannot destroy them. In the name of Valen. And the one who is Valen's shadow in this life, we cannot kill them. Tell the ships to stop firing. Tell them, Koplan. Tell them now.
Again, religion becomes a major part of why they surrendered. The Minbari believed that Minbari's souls were being moved into humans and that this meant that the Minbari were killing other Minbari, which is something you didn't do. Ironically, this wouldn't be exactly true. I mean, kind of true, but not exactly. And this is due to the fact that Sinclair was their perceived Christ figure due to time travel, and his genes were actually in all of them. Well, some of them. Long story, if you haven't watched the series, watch it. It'll make sense once you've seen it. In a way, it could be interpreted that what the Minbari believed was a lie, that humans didn't have the souls of the Minbari. Perhaps Minbari souls didn't exist. Ironically, they would still be killing their kin, though, as effectively human DNA had polluted the Minbari line a long time ago, making the two species related. But back to the battle at hand, many didn't know why the Minbari surrendered.
For the next 10 years, one question would obsess 100 worlds. Why did the Minbari surrender at the Battle of the Line on the very eve of victory? The answer to that question would change the galaxy forever.
This caused a massive shift, both positive and negative, within both cultures. Due to the slaughter, humans began to become introverted. Anti-alien sentiment began to fester in the background, but in the forefront, they would reach out, create a community, begin to build a peaceful coalition. For the Minbari, a schism began to exist between the warrior caste and the religious. It would not show immediately and would take a long while, but that schism would grow and ultimately a civil war would occur. However, even with these issues, both species came together to fight a war against the Shadows and ultimately defeated them. More or less. However, let me ask you a question. We as the audience, and the Great Council of course, know why the war ended. But what do you think the humans thought? They didn't know about the souls. Hell, most Minbari don't know about the souls. So, why? Why did the Minbari surrender? Did they believe it was a test by the Minbari to see if humanity was worthy? Some higher power stopped the Minbari? That the Minbari yielded because they saw the human spirit? Maybe it was that Sinclair made some secret deal and the humans sold out. All of the above? We never really see exactly what occurred, except for the piece of Sinclair selling out humanity. I think it would have been really nice to delve into this subject and see what humanity actually thought. And lastly, another question. What about the Vorlons? They knew exactly what was occurring. They had every chance and opportunity to stop the war, stop the fighting, and yet they didn't. I have some conspiracy theories I'm going to go over, but it's probable that this was due to one simple phrase. All of this has happened before, and all of it will happen again. Or, everything happened exactly as it was supposed to. Whatever cliche movie you want to pull from. The Minbari Earth War had to occur for the creation of the greatest monument to defeating the Shadows. Had the Vorlons told them the truth, had the Minbari utilized their trinkets to determine that humans were actually a part of the Minbari class, it's probable that we never would have seen the rise of the Babylon Project. The Babylon Project would be a dream given form. Its goal to create a place where humans and aliens could work out their differences peaceably. It was the last, best hope for peace. And it would fail. But that's a video series for another time. As always, guys, our lives ultimately are just stories in the end. Make yours a good one. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. This video is brought to you by viewers like you and the supporters of the Lore Reloaded Patreon. Want to be a lore master and ensure you continue to get this content? Become a lore master today at patreon.com/lore reloaded. Or check out this week's shirt. Tell your friends that transwarp is never stated in the third Star Trek movie and look good doing it. Thanks for the support.